For decades, the smooth voice of Sanchez has been one of the most recognizable sounds in reggae. Rising to fame in the late 1980s and 1990s with heartfelt hits like Loneliness and Never Dis Demon, he brought a softer, soulful emotion to dancehall and lovers rock music. While many reggae artists built their reputation on energy and rebellion, Sanchez became known for sincerity, melody, and that unmistakable Irie vibe. Today in Kingston, his life moves at a calmer pace, but his legacy in reggae remains powerful. Long before the hit songs, the international tours, and the reputation as one of reggae's smoothest vocalists. Sanchez, whose real name is Kevin Anthony Jackson, was born on November 30th, 1964, in Kingston. Growing up in a close Christian family with his parents and 4 siblings, music was always present in the household. Church services were not just a weekly routine, they were a place where young Kevin first discovered the strength of his voice. By the age of 6, he was already singing at his parents' church in St. Catherine. Soon after, he joined the Sunday school choir at Rehoboth Apostolic Church. And interestingly, even as a teenager, he was already leading both the children's choir and the adult choir. That kind of responsibility at such a young age says a lot about how naturally his voice stood out. But like many young Jamaicans growing up in the 1970s and early 1980s, Kevin's world was expanding beyond church walls. During his time at St. Andrew's Technical High School, his musical influences began to change. Young Kevin started attending local parties where sound systems like Rambo, Small Axe, and Crystal played the latest music. Somewhere during those years, the nickname Sanchez appeared. The story often told is that his friends compared his football skills to those of a famous Latin player, and the name simply stuck. Ironically, though, football would soon take a back seat to something far more powerful: his singing voice. By the mid to late 1980s, Sanchez was ready to step into professional music. His first breakthrough arrived in 1988 with a reggae reinterpretation of Chris de Burgh's classic Lady in Red. The song climbed to number 19 on the Jamaica Broadcasting Corporation charts and instantly caught the attention of reggae fans across the island. For many listeners, it was the first time they heard a singer who could blend reggae rhythm with the emotional depth of R&B style vocals. And then came the moment that truly changed everything. In 1988, Sanchez performed at the legendary Reggae Sunsplash, one of the most important reggae stages in the world at the time. That night, something special happened. The crowd demanded encore after encore, 6 of them in total. For a relatively new artist, that kind of reaction was almost unheard of. From there, things moved quickly. In that same year alone, Sanchez released several albums, including The Sweetest Girl, Loneliness, Wild Sanchez, and another self-titled project. Those records firmly established him in the lovers rock side of reggae, a style that emphasized romance, melody, and emotional storytelling. Songs like Loneliness quickly became favorites among fans who were drawn to his smooth and heartfelt delivery. Throughout the 1990s and early 2000s, Sanchez continued building one of the most consistent catalogs in reggae. Albums such as Number 1, I Can't Wait, and Tell It Like It Is kept him at the center of the lovers rock scene. At the same time, he became known for something quite unique, transforming popular pop and R&B songs into reggae classics. His reggae version of Tracy Chapman's Baby Can I Hold You became one of the most beloved covers in Jamaican music. The industry also recognized his consistency. Over the years, Sanchez released dozens of albums and singles through respected labels such as VP Records, Penthouse, Techniques, and Greensleeves. Albums like Simply Being Me and Stays on My Mind even reached the Billboard reggae charts, proving that his influence extended well beyond Jamaica. And perhaps the most impressive part of Sanchez's story is how long that momentum has lasted. Even in the 2020s, he remains active, recording new music, performing at festivals, and producing tracks in the studio. In fact, Since around 2012, he has also worked increasingly as a producer and engineer, quietly shaping new projects behind the scenes. Recent singles such as I Can Testify, Tell Me Who, Falling in Love, and Let It Be Me show that the smooth, soulful sound fans fell in love with decades ago is still very much alive. Sanchez's career feels less like a brief moment of fame and more like a long, steady rhythm. But now, away from the festival stages and studio sessions, the legendary singer lives a much calmer life in the city where it all began. And that naturally raises another interesting question. What does the everyday home life of this reggae icon actually look like today in Kingston? House in Kingston, Jamaica. At 61, the reggae icon remains deeply connected to the city where his journey began, choosing to live a calm, family-centered life rather than chasing the flashier side of celebrity living. His Kingston residence reflects that same laid-back personality. Sitting on a quiet property surrounded by lush greenery, the house feels more like a peaceful retreat than the home of a global music star. Mature trees and plants frame the space, adding shade and a sense of privacy from the busy energy of the city. And once you step inside, that feeling continues. The interior is carefully maintained and incredibly comfortable, designed to feel warm rather than showy. Natural light flows easily through the rooms, thanks to the airy layout and soft, neutral color palette that keeps the home bright and relaxed. One of the most inviting areas is the family living room. It's a spacious gathering place where family members can sit together, talk, or simply enjoy music, something that seems almost essential in the home of a reggae singer. The home's layout is practical and thoughtful. The master bedroom is located on the ground floor, making the main living space easy and comfortable to move through. Meanwhile, the kitchen and dining area have been updated with classic finishing touches. It's the kind of space where meals can be prepared easily while conversations flow naturally around the dining table. After decades of recording hit songs, releasing albums, touring across the world, and producing music behind the scenes, Sanchez has built a career that continues to support his lifestyle today. How much has this reggae legend earned over the years? Income and net worth. Unlike some artists whose wealth is widely publicized, very little verified information is available about his exact net worth today. What is clear, however, is that his income has come from several reliable streams built over a long and consistent career that began in the late 1980s. The most important of those streams is royalties and streaming revenue. Songs like Lady in Red, Loneliness, and Missing You remain popular among reggae listeners decades after their release. Because of this, his music catalog still generates mechanical and performance royalties whenever those tracks are streamed, played on radio, or used in public performances. These royalties often flow through publishing organizations and international licensing agreements connected to labels such as VP Records and Greensleeves. In the music industry, this kind of long-term catalog income can quietly become one of the most stable sources of earnings for veteran artists. Another steady contributor is album releases and music sales. Since his breakthrough in the late 1980s, Sanchez has released dozens of projects spanning lovers rock, gospel reggae, and dancehall influences. Even though the reggae market does not always publish detailed global sales figures, each release contributes to income through physical album purchases, digital downloads, and streaming platforms. His recent project, Jam Down, released through VPAL in 2025, continues that tradition. And yet, for many fans, the numbers and business side of music are only part of the story. The more interesting question often lies elsewhere. What does life look like for Sanchez away from the studio and the stage? That's exactly what we'll explore next as we take a closer look at his personal life today. Personal life. Away from the stage lights and the rhythm of reggae festivals, Sanchez has always preferred to keep his personal life quiet and grounded. Sanchez has spent most of his life focusing on family, faith, and the music that first brought him recognition. One of the most meaningful parts of his life is his marriage. In a 2020 interview with the Jamaican newspaper, the Jamaica Gleaner, Sanchez spoke warmly about celebrating his 30th wedding anniversary, describing the milestone as one of the most special moments in his life. For him, reaching that point in a marriage wasn't just about time, it was about loyalty, patience, and appreciation. His wife, who has chosen to stay largely out of the public eye, is known among friends and family as a quiet but steady presence in his life. Family has always been central to Sanchez's world. He and his wife built a close-knit household and raised several children together. However, like many families, they have also faced moments of heartbreaking loss. In April 2022, tragedy struck when their youngest son, Kevin, was among 3 men who were fatally shot in Bedward Gardens in Augusttown, Jamaica. The incident shocked the local community and received widespread coverage in Jamaican media. For Sanchez, it was a devastating moment that deeply affected him and his family. Many fans remember seeing the usually calm singer visibly emotional during that period, something that showed just how personal the pain was. That same year brought another painful loss. Sanchez's mother, Bridget Ivy, passed away in April 2022 after battling cervical cancer. Her funeral was held in Canada, where many family members gathered to pay their respects. Sanchez has often spoken about the strong influence his mother had on his life and faith, so her passing was another deeply emotional moment for him. In interviews and public appearances during that time, he appeared visibly moved, reflecting on the role she played in shaping both his character and his spiritual beliefs. Despite these hardships, Sanchez has continued to approach life with the calm and steady outlook that fans often associate with his music. Faith remains an important anchor for him, something that has guided today. Much of his time is spent in a peaceful rhythm between family life, music production, and occasional performances. Thank you for staying with us and supporting the channel. Now, we'd love to hear from you. What are your thoughts and feelings about Sanchez and his incredible journey today? Share your opinion in the comments below and join the conversation with our community.